break and blend, break and blend, break and blend words to the beat. Here we go. Head, sled, sled. Snap, snap, snap. Ick, stick, stick. Learning to blend our words and our sticky consonants can be so much fun. Let's go ahead and use some of our Unifix cubes to build words with sticky consonants. Our first word is stop. Let's go ahead and listen to that right on our chin. Stop. The first sound I heard was S, so I'm going to take the Unifix cube with this on it. Next I heard a T. That's the sound that goes with the letter T, so I'm going to go ahead and put a T next. Now let's stretch it out. Stop. I heard the ah sound, and I know that's the sound that goes with the letter O. So I'm going to stick an O right onto that cube. There we go. All right, that last sound, stop. I heard a P, and I know that's the sound that goes with the letter P. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the P right here and stick it at the end. All right, here we go. Stop, blend it, stop. I can take these same letters and make a whole new word. I want to make the word spot. Spot. I still hear this at the beginning, but now I hear a P next, and that's the sound that goes with the letter P. So I'm going to stick a P on right there. That's that short O, so I'm going to stick that O on right there. That's right, we have to put a T at the end. Here we go. Stretch it out. Spot. Spot. I made a whole new word just by putting the letters in a different order. Thumbs up. Can you guess my surprise letter? The letter that I'm thinking of comes at the beginning of both of these words. Can you guess my letter, my letter, my letter? Can you guess my letter at the start of these words? Elephant, egg, elephant, egg. Can you guess my letter at the start of these words? The letter that I heard at the beginning of both of these words goes with the eh sound. And I know that's the sound that goes with the letter E. Great work. E is a vowel, and eh is his short sound, but he also is a superhero. And what can superheroes do? They can say their own name. That means that E can also say E. Great work. Let's go ahead and sing about our uppercase and our lowercase. E has an uppercase, yes, it's true. E has a lowercase, it's an E too. Uppercase, lowercase, match and see just how letter smart you can be. Uppercase, lowercase, match and see just how letter smart you can be. E, eh. Let's match the animal's footprints. Did you know that you can tell what type of animal has been walking in the forest or woods or the snow just by looking at the prints in the snow or the mud? I see some tracks out in the snow. I want to know, where do they go? Can you guess what do I see? What animal do I have looking back at me? Which animal left these tracks? Did a caribou leave these tracks? Did a hare leave these tracks? Or did a penguin leave these tracks? These tracks belong with the caribou. Thumbs up. My next set of prints that I see are right here. I see some tracks out in the snow. I want to know, where do they go? Can you guess what do I see? What animal is looking back at me? Is it a caribou, an Arctic hare, or a penguin that left these tracks? That's right, these tracks were left by the Arctic hare. I see some tracks out in the snow. I want to know, where do they go? Can you guess what do I see? What animal do I have looking back at me? Which animal left these tracks? Is it a caribou, an Arctic hare, or a penguin? That's right, the penguin left these tracks. I can tell because of the type of feet the penguins have. Great work! Our heart word for today is R. Let's go ahead and map out our heart word. I hear R at the beginning, and I know that's actually a bossy R. That means that there is a vowel, and in this case it's the A, and the R is being very bossy and making that A say its pirate sound with it. All right, R. And then there's a silent, mighty E at the end. That's how we spell the word R. R, R. There's a bossy R making the A help him say his pirate sound, and the silent E. A-R-E, A-R-E. That spells R, that spells R. The R is bossy and tells the A to be very quiet and say it the pirate way. R. And then the E is silent, and then the E is silent. That's how we spell the word R. Like, are you going to the park? We can use it in a question. Great work! I brought along some mighty miniatures today, and some of my mighty miniatures start with a long E. That's the E saying his own name, and I use the long vowel mark to help me remember which bucket goes with my long E. And some of my mighty miniatures start with the eh sound, and I know that's the sound that goes with the short E because E is a superhero vowel. And that means that they can have more than one sound. They can also say their own name and their short sound. I'm using the short sound mark over my E to help me remember where to put my mighty miniatures that start with that short sound. All right, let's get going singing and sorting. My first mighty miniature is an elephant. What do you hear at the beginning of elephant? Did you hear the at the beginning? Thumbs up, me too. And I know that's the sound that goes with the short E. Let's go ahead and sing and sort the elephant all the way to the short E bucket. I hear the short E, short E, short E. I hear the short E, into the short E bucket. My next mighty miniature is an envelope. What do you hear at the beginning of envelope? I hear and I know that's the sound that goes with the short E. So I'm going to sing the envelope all the way to the short E bucket. I hear a short E, short E, short E. I hear a short E, envelope into the short E bucket. My next mighty miniature is an eagle. What do you hear at the beginning of eagle? Did you hear the E? Thumbs up, me too. And I know that's the sound that goes with the long E. Let's go ahead and sing and sort the eagle all the way to the long E bucket. I hear the long E, long E, long E. I hear the long E, E, into the long E bucket. My next mighty miniature is an egg. What do you hear at the beginning of egg? Did you hear the egg? the E at the beginning of egg. Yes, it's the short E that goes with the S sound. That means I have to sing and sort the egg all the way to the short E bucket. I hear the short E, short E, short E. I hear the short E, into the short E bucket. My last mighty miniature is an eraser. We can use erasers to help us when we make a mistake because mistakes are part of learning. That's right. Let's go ahead and listen to the beginning sound at the beginning of eraser. Eraser. Did you hear the E at the beginning? And I know that's the sound that goes with the long E. So I'm going to sing and sort the pink eraser all the way to the long E bucket. I hear the long E, long E, long E. I hear the long E, 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 into the long E bucket. Great work singing and sorting our short vowel sound and our long vowel sound. Now let's use some letters and sounds that we've learned to help us write first words. My first word is den. A den is where a bear might go to hibernate and sleep during the winter. Let's go ahead and listen to the sounds in den right on our chin. D, e, n. Den. To help me hear the beginning sound in den, I'm going to tap my shoulder. D, den. Ooh, I heard D at the beginning, and I know that's the sound that goes with the letter D. So I'm going to put a D in the first box right here. D. Now stretch it out to hear that tricky middle vowel. Den. Ooh, I heard eh. And I know that's the sound that goes with the short E. So I'm going to put an E in the middle box. D, e, n. Did you hear the n at the end? And I know that's the sound that goes with the letter N. So I'm going to put an N in the last box. D, e, n. Den. Den. Great work. Now to spell my next word, I'm not going to use my boxes. I'm going to use a different board. But that's okay. We can write words without boxes. Thumbs up. It's a great thing to practice, actually. So let's go ahead and listen to this word right on our chin. The word is sled. S-l-e-d. Sled. I heard s at the beginning, and I know that's the sound that goes with the letter S. And I think there might be a sticky consonant. Oh, that's the sound that goes with the letter L. So yes, there is a sticky consonant. Now let's stretch it out to hear that tricky middle sound, the vowel. Sled. Ooh, eh. I hear the short E, so I'm going to put the short E next. S-o-e-d. D. I know that's the sound that goes with the letter D, so I'm going to put a D at the end. Great work! We spelled sled. Now let's go back with our reading fingers and read the word together. S-o-e-d. Stretch it out. Sled. Now blend it. Sled. Great work. Let's go ahead and write a first sentence with words and letters that we know. My sentence today is, the cub is in the den. Let's go ahead and clap the words in my sentence. The cub is in the den. Let's tap it. The cub is in the den. Let's go ahead and count how many words we have right here. The cub is in the den. There are 6 words inside my sentence, and a sentence is a group of words that tell us who and what. All right, let's go ahead and write our sentence. When we start a sentence, we start over here, just like when we read, and we go this way. And we always start with an uppercase. That's the tall letter. All right, my first word is the. The. And I know that's T-H-E. So I'm going to put an uppercase T because it's the beginning of my sentence. The. And do you know who I brought along to help us today? I brought along Spaceman. Spaceman helps us to put spaces between our words. Yes, it's super important. The cub. K-a-b, cub. I heard k at the beginning, and I know right now that we have learned the letter C that goes with the k sound. Cub. Ooh, I hear and that's the sound that goes with the short U. Cub. I hear a b at the end, and I know that's the sound that goes with the letter B. So I'm going to put a B. The cub. All right, move Spaceman along. The cub is. I know that we spell is, I-S, is. The cub is. Now, I'm not so sure I have room to write a whole nother word, so all I have to do is go shoop to the next line. The cub is in. I-N-N. That's where Mr. Spaceman comes in. The cub is in the. I know how to spell the word the. T-H-E. The cub is in the. Move Mr. Spaceman along to help us put a space between our words. The cub is in the d. Ooh, I hear the d. And I know that's the sound that goes with the letter D. Now stretch it out to hear that tricky middle sound. Den. I heard the F. And I know that's the sound that goes with the letter E. So I'm going to put an E next. The cub is in the den. Ooh, that's the sound that goes with the N. So now I put an N. Now, at the end of my sentence, it's a telling sentence. That means I'm giving information. I have to put a period, which is just a little dot. All right, our sentence is ready. Do we have a capital? Check. Do we have the period at the end? Check. Great work. The cub is in the den. Fantabulous. I've had so much fun today learning all about the long and the short E, writing first words, and a first sentence. I'll see you next time when I teach to your super learning strengths, one child and family at a time.